Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Star Sister Oracle. My name is Michelle. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. You have been perfectly guided to this video. It is going to be divine. So this reading is actually a little bit special because this is a spread that came out during a dear friend of mine's reading, and she is a healer. She is an energy worker. She is unbelievable. And I was doing a reading for her, and because she works with so many people, because she works with a collective, it felt like this was for all of us. It felt like this was a message that she was sending out to the people that she works with, and it just felt like something that collectively we were going through. And so I felt really called to jump on here. I'm not gonna jump. This is gonna be a full reading. Okay, but I felt the need to share this spread with you guys because I feel like there's an activation happening. I feel like there's messages that so many of you guys are receiving right now, and I need you guys to not be afraid. I need you guys to step fully into your power. I need you guys to resolve any conflicts that you have about being bold and being an empowered person and stepping into your truth and speaking your truth and engaging with people from an authentic place and realigning yourself so that you are living in an authentic place. That's what's going to be talked about here, because the spread is already here, and we're going to dive in. And there are two different energies that I'm tapping into that are going through this, right? Because of course so many of us are on different steps, different elevations of this energy, right? Some of us are here and some of us are there, and there's really no up or down, but I'm just saying there's just different the pins are different, right? Some people are dropped here and some people are dropped here, but we're on the same path. You get what I'm saying? All right. So beautiful people. This is definitely about activation of the feminine within all of us. Okay. Men have feminine energy within them. It helps them be receptive. It helps them be better lovers. Okay. Get that divine feminine activated. All right, baby. So the divine feminine is being activated in so many of us, but women especially, because we do have the Empress card here with the world. I feel like globally, I feel like a huge collective of the feminine are awakening, okay? Because we've got the Page of Wands here first on the board. And the Page of Wands for me here in the Spellcaster deck is like, he's like listening for spirit. He's like, what, hold on, what spirit got to say? Where's spirit guiding me to? Where's the new call for adventure? Because I'm listening to spirit, right? We've got the birds. He's listening to a message. Hooty hoo. Okay. He's listening for a message for spirit. He's being guided by spirit. And I feel like so many of us are being guided to awaken. I feel like there's a global, or just a very big collective shift for women to step into their power and for the feminine to awaken in men who identify as masculine or male. Okay. Because feminine and masculinity is an energy. It has different qualities or person properties, I want to say, right? Like it behaves differently, right? The feminine, People's Oracle, Dana was saying that there's a yin and yang aspect to each planet, right? Like there's a yin and yang aspect to all things that hold energy. And so this is about the yin. Am I saying that right? God help me. I think yin is the feminine. So yeah, the feminine is definitely awakening, but I see that so many of you guys are worried about stepping into your power. Okay. 9 of Swords with the 6 of Wands. You guys are worried about stepping into your power. Some of you guys might be afraid of the attention that you might receive. You guys might be wondering if you are worthy of this attention, if you are ready for this attention, if you are even just ready to I don't want to say posture, but sort of. I don't think doesn't have to have a negative comment, but to posture is to present yourself. Okay, some of you guys are afraid to present yourself fully and authentically. And I think that you guys need to take, like I said, there's two energies. And so I'm going to talk about the people who are needing to subdue any sort of feelings of ungodliness, any sort of feelings that you are unworthy, the people who feel that they are not divine beings, the people who are feeling like, who, me? Right? These people are needing to, we've got the caution and the soothe card coming up. It's like, caution, right? This worry, this sort of, hey, but caution is also like, well, let's pay some attention to this, which I kind of like here that the candles are sort of surrounding his worries, right? Like, let's soothe this, right? We've got the soothe card here. It's like, well, let's bring reverence here. Let's honor these worries. Let's talk about this. You know, what feels good about staying small? What feels right about going to my vices? What feels good about my addictions? Whether that be addictions to sex, drugs, alcohol, TV, opinions of others, self-doubt, you know what I mean? Like those can be seen as many addictions as well. Obviously, I'm not a mental health professional, and so there's, of course, I'm sure there's like an unofficial value of like, this is an addiction, that's not an addiction, right? But like, let's talk about these things that bring us to our knees. Yeah, felt that one. Let's talk about the things that bring us to our knees in despair and grief and anguish. That's the word. Anguish, right? That thing that just drains you. It's like a sadness that grounds you, right? It's like, fuck, like, whoa, I have been, what's the word I'm trying to use? Oh my God. They use it in like basketball terms. Whatever, like they lay you the fuck out, right? Like a knock, like a 1-2 punch, like, whoa, this sadness has rocked my ass, right? Like I am rocked, right? So let's talk about that sadness that rocks us and brings us to our knees, because that's where our power lies. There's so much of the things that we don't want to talk about with our shadow stuff, but it's like, we all just need to get in better relationship with the shadow, better in relationship with the fear, right? Alex L. and I'm sure many other authors before her have said, like, you know, there has to come in time when fear no longer distracts you, because fear is going to be there. Your shadow is going to be there. Like, there is a shadow to everything. There is a yin and yang to everything. There is a productive and a destructive aspect to all things. And so we have to get in better relationship with that. Like, I can't have you running the show, boo. I can't. No. We got shit to do. Okay? We've got the star card at the end of the spread. Okay? We're excuse me. Baby, I'm the star of the show here. So let's talk about this. So let's talk about this. This is for my people, and like I said, I'm going to get into the other energy, which is people who are ready or have already started to embody that feminine aspect of themselves, who are allowing, who are listening to their intuition. And look, that's both of us, right? There are times when we are like, I'm ungodly, I don't deserve, I'm so worried, who am I to, right? And then there's other days where I'm like, yes, I'm it. Like, I'm divinely guided. Like, I'm saying yes to my higher calling is one of the cards here. So first, let's talk about the energy of, in the space that we all frequent, okay, which is the idea that we are unworthy, or I'm so worried about stepping into my power. This is literally what these cards are saying. I am so worried about stepping into my power. I am so worried about becoming a voice for the community. I am so worried. I'm so afraid of, I'm so not ready to be liberated. And I believe that's what Sister Shaman said, the woman that I did a reading for. She's a beautiful energy Reiki master and diviner, and she's like an oracle. Anyway, she said that some people don't know what to do with freedom, or they don't know what to do with their liberation. We've been told what to do for so long. We're like, wait, hold on. What's ease? Hold on. What does it look like when I just rest? What does it look like when I just surrender? What does it feel like when I just allow? And you guys are worried about that. Well, what do I do when I just allow? You allow. You rest without guilt. You move freely. You see synchronicities. You accept the day for what it is, whether it's rest or work. Allowing is right now. I feel so beautifully placed, and you guys are all so perfectly placed in this divine moment. I just gave a reading, and she was beautiful, and she came to me because she said, I know that there's somewhere else that I'm going to be going, but what do I do with this space in between? And the card that she literally got from my Hero's Journey Dream Oracle deck was celebrate the sacred gap. And I feel like that's a space that so many of us are in right now. We are so in that, well, what do I do with this time? You know, when I am healthy, when my children and my family are relatively healthy and there's no place to go, you in the book says this is a sacred hiatus. Amen. Sacred. Okay, and I feel like you guys are perhaps on the energy that I'm with, that you know that we often inhabit is those feelings, those times of unworthiness, those times of needing to soothe our fears. We don't feel divine, right? We don't feel like we're here for a purpose. We can't see the greater picture. And yeah, hold on, give me a second, you guys. Yeah, there's just something about being seen. Someone doesn't want to be seen. Some of you guys are really crying quite a bit too. This is a time of great emotional release. And allow that. Okay, I just did that the other day and I said it's okay to be sad. It's okay that you're lonely. It's okay that you know what you want, but you don't see it presented to you right now. And that beautiful celebrate the sacred gap card that my previous, the woman I was just working with said was, what would it look like if everything you wanted manifested right now? It would be a mess. It would be a mess. It would be a mess. This is a time to integrate. This is a time, and obviously each of our assignments are different, but the woman I was just working with, she really did just need to rest. She needed to run herself a bath. She needed to just sit down and meditate. She needed to get out in nature and just be. Spend time with her children and just be. And we can allow, like I said, some of us need to examine that which brings us to our knees and say, it's okay that I'm afraid. Because this is a very big assignment that the Lord, God, the universe, the force of life has given to me. Like, right? Some of us have been, it's like, yo, you're supposed to do this. And it's like, whoa, what? Me? But no, like, yes, you. Yes, you. Spirit said, you were listening and Spirit told you. Now you're like, oh, I don't want to, I want to unhear it. No. It's time to step into your power. It's time to step into that higher calling. And you guys aren't the only ones going through this. And I feel like some of us aren't talking, but the card that came out for those of us who are inhabiting the space of unworthiness, the ones who are needing to soothe our fears, Spirit wants us to know that you're in great company. Pull back to propel forward. Let's read this card for you guys. Those of you who are feeling unworthy and afraid and are needing to soothe those fears because Spirit just delivered a message and you're like, oh shit. Right. And of course, that's the first thing that you do when any of us, right? But some of us are still in that space or we frequent that space, right? It's pretty consistent that we fall back. Sometimes oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm feeling really inspired. But then you go back, right? So this is the message for you guys who are frequenting that space of unworthiness and fear. Those who have made the biggest impact on the planet, in addition to feeling extremely passionate, felt resistance too. Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, Marie Curie, who are but a few. Every hero and shiro in history has had moments of self-doubt, even paralyzing fear, before doing the courageous act that became their legacy. Paralyzing. The thing that has brought you to your knees. They felt the fear, but did what they were called to do anyway. 6 of Wands. Step into your calling. Before doing the courageous act that became their legacy. They felt the fear, but did did what they were called to do anyway. They felt the fear, but did what they were called to do anyway. For this reason, you need not be deterred when you bump against uncertainty. In fact, doubt helps to chisel the ego out of the way, which is key to accomplishing a mission of merit and becoming a channel of grace a higher purpose can move through. A channel of grace, higher purpose can move through. Ooh, right? Ooh, I love that. You are becoming a channel of grace so that the divine can move through you, right? Because you in fear, you all curled up, and it's okay, boo. It's okay. We gonna soothe that. Because to have an emotion is to move. The French word, I was just looking this up while I was crying. I was like, what does it mean to emote? Right? Like, what does that word actually come from? And it comes from the French word émouvoir or something like that. And it means to move. So we're meant to move these emotions, either move it into a space of gratitude, right? Thank you, sadness, for letting me know that which I'm still pointed towards, right? Like I'm sad because there's a love that I need there. There's a community that I need there. There's something that I need to produce, or there's something that I'm doing and it's not producing any fruits just yet. That sadness reminds us, man, not only do I want it, right? That's confirmation. Man, I really want that. And it's also like, man, there's still a beautiful road ahead. Or you can move the emotion to love, or you can just move it by just, like I said, just gratitude. You can move it through gratitude, or you can literally move the emotion from sadness to love, or from sadness to joy, right? Sometimes that's more difficult to do. So gratitude's the easiest step, okay? But once you do move, right? Once you move that energy, because it's no longer stagnant and you're no longer on the hamster wheel of fear, because that's what fear does, is it stagnates you. It stagnates you, okay? And it keeps you not moving. But when I move, right, to emote, when I move that emotion somewhere else, I'm moving. And now God can move through me. The higher force can move through me. Know that you are in great company. And when you are ready, you'll get up and go. When you're ready, you'll get up and go. Okay, just trust that. Like the great ones who came before you, upon whose shoulders you now stand. Ashe, give reverence to the ancestors. Call on your ancestors. Cook for them, light them a candle, something, and pray and ask them, please help me through this, help me identify what this is. Help me identify, or just help me. Just help me. Help me is a prayer. Mantra is, like the heroes before me, I feel the doubt and follow through anyway. Like the heroes before me, I feel the doubt and move through it anyway. Ashe. Beautiful. All right. So that's for those of us. And like I said, we all go through periods, right? We might make an accomplishment, have something new on the table. And now we're like, oh shit, I don't know. Can I do this? Like, okay, yeah, I wrote a book, but can I, speak at this event? Yeah, I did this one podcast, but can I produce an entire thing by myself? Yeah, I did this, but can I, yeah, I sold online, but can I really run a brick and mortar, right? So, we're constantly in this, okay? So you're going to have to learn how to move through those emotions. You're going to need to learn how to soothe your fears. You absolutely have to, because they're going to come up so much that you have to get good at. It's almost like a mother, right? Mother knows, oh, okay, when she start crying like this, she need food. But when she start crying like this, she needs to be sung to, right? It's like, you got to know how to move your emotions. You got to know how to move it into a space of gratitude, or move it into a completely different energy space of love, of joy, of play. All right. So Ashe. Now, for those of us who are ready to build and enhance this incredible feminine power, for those of us who feel this momentum, who feel divinely God, who are just like, yes, I am worthy. Yes, I feel worthy. And you guys are sort of like, yes, like, okay. And some of this might create some anxiety, like, okay, but now what, right? Allow, which I'm sure you guys already know, because that's how you guys have come here. You guys have already learned the beautiful task of letting your glow let people know. Okay? The glow lets people know. All right. So you guys have already been doing this. You guys have already been illuminated on the inside, and now you guys are shining without. And yes, so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So I wanted to get into these other two cards. Build. Yep. You got the Three of Pentacles here, and I'm noticing it with the build card, right? That Three of Pentacles is about building with others, or building your knowledge, or building your skills, or building your home. Not building your home necessarily, but I feel like building with others or building knowledge. So you guys move to those of you who feel divine, who feel fine, all right, who are ready, who have learned, who have gotten in better relationship with their fears. You guys are now moving. You guys are letting your glow let people know. You guys have said yes to your higher calling. Or if you are still slightly, just a little bit doubt, go ahead and say yes, boo. Go ahead and say yes, because we got some building to do. All right. And this justice isn't just about, I mean, some of you guys might be having some legal matters solved, whether that's child support. Okay, Divine Mother. You guys might be having some money coming to you that you felt was owed to you, but more on a spiritual level, which is really what this reading is about. It's about building towards justice. To me, on this sort of world scale, on this sort of collective scale, feels like, oh, I like all that green. I like all that green. So harmony of the heart. Hold on, y'all. I just like had something and then I lost it. Justice is what I was talking about. It's like bringing this sense of, it's like your sense of security and your heart feels good, right? Like there's a sense of, I feel right in this, right? Like I heard spirit and this feels so right. It feels so right. Right? It's like, this is it. Like I feel it. I feel the joy. Like this has to be it. Right? Ugh. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy for us because I'm here with, this me, boo. Okay? It feel right. It feel right and tight. So, so it's like you feel secure. You feel like, yes, what spirit has given me has grounded me. Like, yes, this is going to give me financial security. This makes me feel good. I feel like I'm moving in integrity. And my heart feels good when I do this. Like I'm feeling very like root chakra, heart chakra. All right. Got red up in this strength card as well. So yeah, you guys are building that heart connection. You guys are using your heart as a portal. You guys are using your intuition, right? Divine Mother, Empress card. Like I said, divine feminine awakening in all of us, those who identify as male or female. There's right, that intuition that is divine feminine. It's just, I just know. I just know. Okay? Like that is what you guys are feeling. You guys are like, I just know. And like there's just like a huge exclamation point on your life right now. And it feels so good. Okay. So yeah, and so this justice card is bringing about that harmony of sense of, I feel physically secure. I feel spiritually secure. I feel like God got me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my ancestors got me. Like this is for those people who are like in the sauce. Amen. This is what it feels like. This, don't you want to, I want to feel like this. Amen. But you know, we got to go through this as well. Because that's helping us learn as well. And that's going to help us help move people out of that, right? Now we can go to our friends and, you know, other, especially if you guys are healers of any sort, of any modality, right? You got to go through that. This girl was just like, I'm super analytical. And I said, baby, I got you. Let's go ahead and shuffle up. Because I love to analyze, bitch. Okay. I love to analyze. I love to overanalyze, but I'm really learning to know when the place and space is for that. Okay. It's not after spirit that gave me a divine mission. Of course, it's scary. That is the hero's journey, right? The hero's journey is to say no to the calling at first. You know, that's part of it. But now we have said yes. We are, we have returned, right? This energy of us. We're like, yes, like, okay, I went through those trials and tribulations and now I'm ready to like walk back home, walk back into my community, walk back into my family, walk into new, beautiful relationships and like, bing, here I am, learned so much. I'm so full of love. I'm so full of non-judgment. I'm so full. For my people who are shining in their divine feminine light. You've had life altering experiences, learned libraries worth of knowledge, and are now incalculably wealthy, spiritually and otherwise. What did I just say? You guys are secure spiritually, physically, emotionally, hopefully financially as well. Amen. It probably feels selfish to keep, yeah, you guys have probably been like, damn, that's crazy. I just got $50. Damn, that's crazy. Spirit just blessed me with that. Wow, somebody just gifted me with that. That's because you're divinely supported. That's why Spirit's like, let's just go. Like, that's synchronicities, right? Like that is that's Spirit working. Okay. It probably feels selfish to keep all this life-affirming wisdom to yourself. If you could, through osmosis, you would transmit the contents of your journey, every experience, trial, and reward to every person you meet. Yes, that's what I feel like. I feel so full of your guys' energy. I'm just like, oh, like, yes, I just want to talk to everyone. I just want everyone to feel good. I just want everybody to feel secure. I want everybody to be ready and excited about this mission that the divine has just whispered into their ear over and over again. They done told you at first in your dream, and then you watched a YouTube video, and then your friend said this thing, and you're like, oh shit, this is it. Right? And you guys feel so good now that you have listened, that you guys have now said yes to that, right? If you could, through osmosis, you would transmit the contents of your journey to every person you meet. And yet, if you share when uninvited, your gifts will fall upon deaf ears. Honor the wisdom you've earned and learned while honoring the people in your circle of life by remembering that you are the elixir, right? So we might have friends who are in this, who are curled up, feeling a little bit alone, okay? We might have friends who are there, and we know it because we've been there, right? People who are the elixir, like this is you guys are number 50. This other energy is on number 16, right? Just a little bit and a different pinpoint on the journey. Now, don't get it twisted. Now you can go back to number 2. Do you know what I mean? Like the path is non-linear. Okay, that's what I want to say, is that this is not linear. But, you guys have to understand that if you speak to someone, or if you guys are trying to teach someone when it's uninvited, it serves no one. You know what I mean? You might just want to, you might need to check yourself. That's not just your ego that's like, oh, well, this is what, just be conscious, use discernment, remove your ego as much as possible. Honor the wisdom you've earned and learned while honoring the people in your circle of life by remembering that you are the elixir. Without having to say a word or do a single thing, you are the medicine. Blessing and presence that soothes the hearts, minds, and souls of all you meet. You are so steeped in the elixir that you do the work simply by being, beaming, and showing up. So you guys might be able to soothe your friend who is in this space, your girlfriend who is in this space, your partner who is just like, fuck, like, feeling a little bit of tension, feeling a little bit of resistance to the calling, right? Being resistant to the calling, right? As we were just talking about. And so your job, your work at this time is simply to be, beam, and show up. All right, people? Beautiful. And you guys' mantra is, the elixir encoded within me is now being contagiously transmitted. The elixir encoded within me is now being contagiously transmitted. A good virus. This wonderful elixir of light is the thing that actually connects the immaterial with the material, that connects the cosmic to the plane, everyday existence that we try to live in. Beautiful. Yes. Like that is what you are when you have said yes to your higher calling, when you learn to allow moment by moment by moment, right? When you get better at it moment by moment by moment, and then eventually you have hours where you have a non-resistant thought, right? Like sometimes that's an accomplishment. It's like, okay, I had a non-resistant thought for 2 hours. Wow, bless. Right? That is connecting the cosmic to the plane. That is connecting the divine with the human, right? It's like, this is a beautiful dance that we're all doing. It's a beautiful dance, being here, having spiritual experiences in these human bodies. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's all for this. Star card. Rebirth, renewal, reorienting ourselves, because the mission is clear. Yes, the mission is clear. The mission is clear. Yes, yes, yes. And so now we're reorienting ourselves towards, we were already on the path, right? Labyrinth. Okay, the only path is that you begin, right? You think the song, as long as when you decide to spiritually develop, that's when your spiritual journey begins. Whether you're like, oh, I fell off, you didn't fall off. You just kept going. Healing is non-linear. And it's like, sorry, y'all, I've lost my train of thought. Because you said yes to the divine mission, you've reoriented yourself spiritually, you engage differently, right? It's not that the path has changed, but there are new missions now. There's new missions, there's other lessons, there's other people now that you're going to meet. Give me some more, Spirit. I know what I want to say, but let's talk it out. Sure. Beautiful. Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're being steered towards new things that are going to inspire you, new inspiring people, which will again, it will bring you into some self imprisonment. People, with these new directions, with these new sources of inspiration, with these new relationships, you will be challenged. You will be triggered. Like that's what you signed up for when you said yes to your calling. You said yes to service. Some of you. You said yes to service. You said yes to going back to your community and showing up. And when you say yes to that, that means you got to go through some shit. Sorry. That means you got to go through some tower moments. Spirit got to knock your ass around right quick. Gotta, just disrupt you divinely. A divine disruption. And it's gonna feel like loss, but you still got 2 cups in your hand. And that's what Spirit's always trying to tell you, is that you're always in control. That there's always a way through. Always. If you believe, if you accept. Those 2 cards came out before. King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. There's always a way through if you go into it with love, if you know how to soothe your fears with love, if you know how to be in better relationship with everything that comes up. How can I be in better relationship with fear? How can I be in better relationship with rejection? How can I be in better relationship with loss, grief, death? How can I be in better relationship with those things so that I can keep going? Fool card. So I can continue along my path that I have chosen. Because you chose this mission way before you got here. That's what I believe, is that the people that we meet, like we decided to play with these people somewhere up there. And now, isn't it beautiful? Here we are doing this beautiful dance and learning these beautiful and tough lessons. I was going to say something else about this star card. I done gone on. Wow, 3333. What was I gonna say, y'all? And had a whole conversation with these like 10 cards. But yeah, there's going to be other missions, right? It's like, okay, now that you have been initiated in this way, now you're ready to receive more, or, because you have decided to go into that relationship that looks very similar to the last one. It's like, okay, like, of course it's almost like all of us are on, like we're on this island, right? And we all came and decided to show up. And we go through this jungle and it's really tough, and we meet some lions, tigers, and bears, and oh shit. And we meet some beautiful creatures and some beautiful people that we travel with for a while, and then we have to depart because they're going a different way than us. And along the way we get tricked and bamboozled, and we get off, we go down a dark and scary tunnel, right? But eventually we get to the shore, which is like sort of where, which is which is the 9 of Cups, where we're like, okay, there's some satisfaction here, and okay, I'm ready for more. I'm really happy with what I've done here, right? Like in our career or in a relationship or just in life or in a home, and you're just like, all right, that was a really beautiful journey. Like right after you take a trip, right? It's like, wow, that was really beautiful. All right, it's time for something else now, right? It's something that moves our spirit. Not taking all of those. It's something that moves our spirit and says, okay, there's a, you turn into the Page of Wands and you hear spirits moving you somewhere else. And so you're like, okay, let me get to the shore. Okay. You hear a different call. And so you get out of the weed, you get out of the weeds, you get out of the jungle on the island, and you find a shore, and there you are waiting for the next boat to take you to another island. That's what it's like, you guys. It's like you heard, I love that these two are lining up in the spread. It's like you heard spirits call, okay, you got to go through the fears of, oh, what does this call mean? And oh, am I ready for that? Oh, do I have enough money for that? Oh, do I have to leave someone, right? You hear it. And now you're at the shore, okay? You've decided that you're going to say yes. And now you can reorient yourself, and now you're going towards that star, because that's what spirit has guided you to do. That's what's happening for a lot of feminines right now. And that's what's awakening in the masculines, that they're waking up to, oh, there's something else I need to be doing. Oh, there's some other way that I need to be orienting myself. I need to come out of this. I need to learn what I needed to learn here. And then I need to step into something new. Beautiful. All right, beautiful people. Woo! It's looking good, y'all. I don't know when they're gonna let us back outside or when we're gonna riot. But this is really beautiful. This is the sacred hiatus. All right. And that's from the hero's journey. I didn't make that up, but I mean, it's just a combination of words. Boo. This is a sacred hiatus. And whether you are currently in resistance or you are fully glowing and saying yes to your higher calling, whichever one you're on, it's beautiful. Look at these two beautiful ass cards. Wherever you are, it's beautiful, and it's exactly right. Okay? You're exactly right. You're going to learn what you need to learn here through this resistance, through this contrast. You're going to learn how to soothe your fears. You're going to learn how to be in better relationship with fear and loss and rejection and betrayal. You're going to learn how to reconcile. You're going to learn how to take care of yourself, right? You're going to learn, like I said, like the mother, like you're like, oh, okay, when I do this, I just need to, redirect myself here because, man, that's just my ego. My ego wants a response back. My ego wants this. And girl, I know that's what you want, but I got it. Like, we're okay, right? And so you get easier and steady you go. You're like, oh, I can get myself out of these pits a little bit softer. It's softer. It's faster. But not that it's a rush, but do you know what I mean? Like, you just don't stay there long. That's the point, is that when you get knocked down, you just don't stay there as long. And some of you guys are here, and that's a beautiful time. I was there on Sunday night, we find moments to be there. And then we also find moments when we are in complete exuberance and we are saying yes to our higher calling. And we are just so full. And we are so ready to heal. And some of us, it's not so much about speaking and saying and teaching, because sometimes that gets a little bit long and drawn out. Sometimes it's just about showing up as that person, as the sun, right? It's just about showing up as the sun. Oh, see a little orb right there. It's just about showing a little spirit showing up, y'all. So yeah, just show up. Be the sun. Sometimes that's all you guys need to do, all right? Enhance your light, stand in your light, stand in your power. Keep doing things that remind you of your power, that remind you that you are bold and beautiful, and celebrate yourself. All right, guys, I love y'all so much. Thank you. This was so beautiful. I'm so proud of you guys. Tell me how these energies are playing out for you. If this resonates, please share, like, and subscribe. I would so appreciate it. Share with your people on Instagram. All my information is down below, and I do give personal readings, and I'm not really iffy about the time, girl. The readings are as long as they need to be, okay? Because spirit dictates what we do around here. Not a little graphic I made. All right. Love you guys. Stand in your authentic truth. Love you. See you on the next one.